you think the best response to disrespect is a killer comeback, something sharp, something that puts them in their place. Or maybe you were taught the opposite. Rise above it, be the bigger person. Let it go. Both of those are wrong. Here's why. Your brain processes a disrespectful comment in 12 milliseconds. That's faster than a blink. Before you've even registered what was said, your body is already in fight or flight. But here's the part nobody talks about. If you're a woman, that fight response was probably trained out of you before you hit middle school. You don't fight. You freeze, you smile, you smooth it over. That's not strength. That's a habit. And science has a better one. Actually, 3 better ones. There are 3 science-backed shifts that change how disrespect lands in your brain, how you respond to it, and how people treat you afterward. These aren't comebacks. They're not rising above it. They're actual neurological rewiring, backed by fMRI brain scans, behavioral psychology, and 2,000 years of Stoic philosophy. The first one explains why you keep freezing in the first place. Picture this. You're in a meeting. You make a suggestion, a good one, and someone either talks right over you, dismisses it with a wave, or worse, a man repeats your exact idea 2 minutes later and gets the credit. You feel it instantly. That flash of heat, the tight jaw, the voice in your head screaming, "Say something!" But you don't. You smile, you nod, you move on. And then it eats at you for the rest of the day. Here's what just happened inside your brain. And it happened faster than you could have stopped it. In 1996, psychologist Daniel Goleman coined the term amygdala hijack. Your amygdala is a tiny, almond-shaped structure deep inside your brain. Think of it as your emotional alarm system. Its job is to scan everything, every tone of voice, every raised eyebrow, every condescending smirk, and decide, is this a threat? When it detects disrespect, it fires. And here's the problem. It fires fast. The signal from your senses hits your amygdala roughly 12 milliseconds before it reaches your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain responsible for logic, language, and rational decision-making. So, your emotional brain is already reacting before your thinking brain even knows what happened. That's why you snap at your partner over something small. That's why you go completely blank when someone insults you and only think of the perfect response 3 hours later in the shower. But here's the layer most people miss, and this is the part that matters if you're a woman. From a young age, most women are trained to suppress the fight response. Be polite. Don't make a scene. Keep the peace. Those messages were well-intentioned, but what they actually did was rewire your default reaction from fight to fawn. Fawning is people-pleasing under pressure. It looks like laughing at a joke that wasn't funny, agreeing with someone who just disrespected you, performing calm when your nervous system is screaming. That's not composure. That's a freeze response in a nice outfit. And the stress hormones don't care about your smile. Cortisol and adrenaline still flood your bloodstream, and they take 20 to 60 minutes to clear. One dismissive comment at 10 a.m. quietly poisons your entire morning. So here's the first shift. Your first instinct after disrespect isn't your best instinct, it's your most practiced one. And practiced instincts can be replaced. Sorry for the interruption, but if you're enjoying the video, consider subscribing to my channel. I'd like to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of July. So click that subscribe button. It's free and helps me out a lot. Now, let's get back to the video. Around 50 BC, a Stoic philosopher named Cato was pleading a case in a Roman courtroom. Mid-argument, his opponent, a man named Lentulus, walked up to him and spat directly in his face. The whole room went silent. Everyone was waiting for the explosion. Cato wiped his face, looked at Lentulus, and said, calmly, "I will tell everyone, Lentulus, that people are wrong when they say you can't use your mouth." The courtroom erupted. Lentulus was humiliated, not by aggression, by the complete absence of it. Now, most people hear that story and think the power move was the one-liner. It wasn't. The power move was the pause, the wipe, the refusal to give Lentulus the emotional reaction he was banking on. That's the principle behind what modern behavioral psychologists call the Grey Rock method. Here's how it works. People who disrespect you, the passive-aggressive coworker, the dismissive partner, the family member who always finds your weak spot, they're running on a feedback loop. They provoke. You react. Your reaction makes them feel powerful. so they provoke again. It's a cycle. And you are the fuel. The Grey Rock method comes from the behavioral psychology principle of extinction. When a behavior stops producing the desired result, the behavior fades. If a child throws a tantrum and gets candy every time, the tantrums continue. If the candy stops, the tantrums eventually stop too. Disrespect works the same way. When someone makes a snide comment and you flinch, defend yourself, or get visibly upset, that's the candy. That's the payoff they were looking for. But when you become a gray rock, boring, flat, unreadable, the game stops being fun. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means you stop performing them for the person who caused them. Short answers, neutral tone, no drama, no explaining, no justifying. That's an interesting perspective. And then you move on. You'd be surprised how fast someone loses interest in pushing your buttons when the buttons stop working. One important note, the Grey Rock method is a short-term strategy. It's not a replacement for setting real boundaries or leaving toxic situations. It's a tool for the moments when you can't walk away, the family dinner, the Monday meeting, the shared custody handoff. But knowing when not to react, that's where the next shift comes in, because it changes what happens inside your brain the moment disrespect hits. In 2007, neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman at UCLA ran an experiment that quietly changed everything we know about emotional control. He put participants inside an fMRI scanner, a machine that tracks brain activity in real time, and showed them photographs of faces expressing intense emotions, fear, anger, disgust. When participants just looked at the faces, their amygdala, that alarm system we talked about, lit up like a fire. But then Lieberman asked them to do something simple. Just name the emotion. Say the word. That face looks angry. That's it. And something remarkable happened. The moment they labeled the emotion, their amygdala activity dropped significantly. At the same time, their prefrontal cortex, the rational decision-making part of the brain, became more active. They didn't suppress the emotion. They didn't distract themselves. They just named it. And their brain chemistry shifted. Lieberman's phrase for this was affect labeling. Psychiatrist Dan Siegel later popularized it as name it to tame it. But whatever you call it, the mechanism is the same. Putting a feeling into words literally transfers control from your emotional brain to your thinking brain. Now here's where this gets powerful in real life. Someone disrespects you, your chest tightens, your face gets hot. Instead of reacting, instead of freezing, smiling, or spiraling, you pause and silently name what you're feeling. I feel humiliated. That's it. That one sentence is a neurological intervention. It recruits your prefrontal cortex and dampens your amygdala before the full emotional cascade takes over. But you can go one step further. This is where cognitive reappraisal comes in, a technique straight out of cognitive behavioral therapy. It means reinterpreting the meaning of the disrespect before your brain locks into a story about it. Your coworker stole your idea in the meeting? That's not a reflection of your value. That's a reflection of hers. She couldn't come up with something on her own. Your friend made a cutting joke about your relationship? She's not competent. She's projecting. Your mother-in-law made that comment about your parenting. Again, that's not about your kids. That's about her need for control. Same moment, different story. Completely different emotional outcome. And this is the part that matters. This isn't about excusing their behavior. You're not letting anyone off the hook. You're refusing to let someone else's behavior hijack your nervous system. Because that's what disrespect actually is when you break it down scientifically. It's someone else's action trying to control your brain chemistry. Reappraisal takes that control back. There's a line attributed to Frederick Douglass that rewires this whole conversation. He said, paraphrased, that a person of real character cannot be insulted, not because the words don't reach them, but because the words have nowhere to land. That's what these 3 shifts do. The hijack teaches you to stop trusting your first reaction. The Grey Rock starves the cycle. The reframe rewires where the insult goes when it arrives. But here's what I didn't cover today. Sometimes the disrespect isn't coming from your coworker, or your partner, or your mother-in-law. Sometimes it's coming from inside your own head. That voice, the one that told you to just let it go. That's the next video.